Welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platform? Welcome to another episode of Big Pat Sports Talk Reacts. And we're going to be talking about the Giants in the NFC East. Can they make some noise in the NFC East? Can they win the NFC East this year? Me personally, I say they have a shot. I think it's going to be between us, the Eagles, and the Cowboys. The Cowboys, I think, are going to take a step back, while us and the Eagles are going to take a step forward. And I think we match up with the Eagles very well, and I think they match up with us very well. So this NFC East is up for grabs. Washington, they did make some upgrades, but I don't have any faith in Carson Wentz at all. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say yes. I think I have a chance to win the NFC East this year. I know it's gonna sound silly, but we do have a chance. Everybody has a chance to win games in this league. Honestly, I think we finish 3-3 or 4-2 in this division, and maybe have a chance to win the NFC East. But let's hear what Brian Daboll has to say, and let's hear what the Good Morning Football crew has to say about it. So let's get into it.
Obviously, he's had a, kind of up and down first few seasons. But it takes everybody. You see the growth of some of these young quarterbacks from year 1 to year 2 to year 3 to year 4 that have consistency and system, add playmakers around them, entire team. I think that we got to try to work towards that the best we can.
There's a lot of attention on Daniel Jones right now, but just
to look at the graphic that we have right here on the screen. It's been pretty bad, man. Win-loss record tied for last, I think, with the Jets. The past 5 seasons with 22-59. Points per game, 31st with 18.4. Points per game allowed, tied for 26 with 25. And the turnover differential has been negative 26, tied for 25th. Those are some pretty bad rankings. And it shows. It's the reason why that WL column is 22-59, because of points. You scoring the least amount of points and giving up some of the most points. A difference of a touchdown a game, which is not extremely huge when you think about it. Just a touchdown a game. Hey, look, if you get a touchdown better on both sides, hey, look, you turn your frown upside down. The main thing we need to calm down is the turnover differential. Yes, Daniel Jones has calmed down his turnovers after his rookie year, but it's going by 5 seasons. So Eli Manning was here for a couple of seasons during that 5 years, because Daniel Jones has only been a quarterback for 3. So you can't blame all of that turnover differential on Daniel Jones. We have to get way better on offense. Our offensive line has to get way better, and I think it's gotten way better. I think Brian Daboll and Joe Shane have done a hell of a job getting this offensive line put together to where it could look, pretty decent going into the season. So, yeah, I truly believe we have a chance in the NFC East. I got us finishing around 3-3 in the NFC East, falling just short of maybe the Eagles or the Cowboys going 10-7. Maybe the Eagles or the Cowboys go 11-6, or we may be tied 10-7, and we got the tiebreaker because we win the most important NFC East games. But I want to see us go at least 3-3 or 4-2 in this division at the very least. But let's see what everybody else has to say.
as a team, this is what Brian Daboll is walking into. From the record to the points all the way down, the rankings are not great. So after finishing last in their division in 2021, my question to the boys today, will the Giants make some noise in the NFC East this season? Rank, I'll start with you.
Well, I think that they certainly could, although I do want to point out that our producer, Grillo, who's sitting in the gorilla position, was like, hey, be nice. It's Daniel Jones's birthday. And then they show the video of him stumbling. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I wasn't it's his birthday. I wasn't going to sit here and be like,
right, but
Daniel Jones reminds me of Star Wars Episode 9, where sometimes I sit there and I watch it and I'm like, this is visually stunning, but I don't know if I like what I'm seeing. I'm not going to say that because it's his birthday. But let's talk about the Giants and their upcoming schedule. Because, spoiler alert, I'm going to be doing the predictions for the coming season. Next week, I'll be filming those. And if you're like, what do you mean the predictions? It's when I get memed picking a potential Super Bowl contender.
Now looking at the schedule.
To go 3-13 or not.
Now looking at this schedule right here, you got at the Titans, the Panthers, the Cowboys, the Bears, the Packers, Ravens, Jaguars, Seahawks, Texans, Lions, Cowboys, Commanders, Eagles, Commanders, Vikings, Colts, Eagles. Week 1, I had us losing 20-17 to the Titans. Now, just looking at this schedule, we should beat the Panthers, the Bears, the Jaguars, the Lions, Texans, Seahawks. Those are the games that we're supposed to win. Those are the 5 games that I want us to win. Well, 6 games that I want us to win to show progress. We need to beat the teams that we're supposed to beat. We're supposed to beat the Panthers. We're supposed to beat the Bears. We're supposed to beat the Jaguars. We're supposed to beat the Seahawks, Lions, and Texans. And then if we could go 3-3 in our division, that's already 9 wins. And maybe win one of the games that we're not supposed to win, like the Vikings, the Colts, the Titans, the Packers, and the Ravens. Don't give us too much of a shot against the Ravens, because I just think Lamar Jackson's going to have an MVP type year this year. I got us a shot against the Titans. The Packers, I got us a shot, but going over there to London with a very young team, we'll see what happens. Definitely give us a shot against the Vikings. And we have a hell of a shot against the Colts if we can stop that run game over there and make Matt Ryan beat us. So it's very good chance that we could go 10-7 and make some noise in the NFC East. So I'm gonna say yes. We win the games that we're supposed to win, we're definitely gonna make some noise in the NFC East. Win those games, go at least 3-3 in your division, and we should be a playoff team. Just being real.
3-14. That's what I'm talking about. But here's the thing with the Giants schedule. I don't hate it, but there's some games that are tough. The Titans, the Packers, and the Ravens. Those are 3 games where they probably won't be favored. But I look at games against the Bears, the Seahawks, the Vikings, the Lions. Those are going to be the pivotal games. The Panthers. That is really going to be where the Giants can either make their move.
See what I'm saying?
Or they don't move it. They don't progress at all. And I'm kind of on the mind. I have the Giants somewhere around the 500 mark. I think they have talent on both sides of the field. I love what they did in the draft. They had an excellent draft, going out there and executing their plan. They addressed the offensive line position thanks to an extra first-round pick. And, of course, Kayvon Thibodeau should come in and make an immediate impact. But, again, it's just going to come down to Daniel Jones.
Yeah, Rink, you're absolutely right. And happy birthday, Daniel.
Yeah, 10 plus losses in 5 straight seasons. That has to stop. That has to stop.
Daniel Jones, but the film doesn't look great. I mean, when you think about Daniel Jones, and I can't wholeheartedly put the blame on Daniel Jones, because for the longest time, right, it was that offensive line not being able to protect him, at crucial times. So I couldn't really tell if Daniel Jones was the guy or wasn't the guy. So I'm super excited for this new regime to put some pieces around him. But you see this right here, like Daniel Jones has to be better with the football, protection or not. You have to be better with the football. You can't turn it over. Let me look at some of these numbers. Second lowest win percentage since he came into the league in 2019.
So this is the standstill that they're gonna put in front of you this season. More Daniel Jones bashing, and like I said, some of it is warranted. He has 19 fumbles lost, the most since his rookie year in 2019. Most of those came his rookie year. He's really toned that down the past 2 years. 48 turnovers, the 4th most. The way they talk about it, they act like he has the most by far, but he's only has the 4th most. So there's 4 other quarterbacks who have more during that time. Still has a passer rating around 84.3, which is the 3rd lowest, and a winner percentage, which is the 2nd lowest. Those are not very good numbers. He's going to have to improve on those. Now that he has an improved offensive line And now that he has weapons around him, hopefully everybody can stay healthy. And I know the coach and I know the scheme is going to change. So hopefully he can change the narrative around him, because if he doesn't, he will not be a Giant next year for sure. He's gonna have to ball out this year. There's no more excuses. I'm actually tired of the Daniel Jones thing. I just want to see what he really is, and once we find out what he really is, if he's not good, then we get rid of him. If he's good, maybe they franchise him. Who knows? But this is the thing that you're gonna see around the whole internet. All the people gonna be bringing this up. Oh, look how bad he is. It's not gonna bring up on the screen what's been around him. Most injuries, worse scheme, worse coaching, worse O line. I mean, it's a lot of factors that goes into that. It's not just him.
Turnovers, 48, fourth most. Fumbles, the most fumbles in the pocket. He has to protect the football. And the shocking thing about it, I mean, we saw that run where Daniel Jones failed. He is a hell of an athlete. At certain times, he needs to be able to exit the pocket, go make a play with his legs. You can't always rely on your arms. I think that's the thing about Daniel Jones. He has to be comfortable making plays with his legs just as well as his arms. But I'm super excited about Brian Daboll, right? He's a guy that we saw.
Me too, D Hall.
Josh Allen, and kind of the deficiencies he had coming out of college. And to now see what Josh Allen has become, you know, I think it's a testament to that staff. And so I'm super excited to see Brian Daboll. I know he couldn't wait to get his hands on Daniel Jones, because there is a whole lot of potential, but potential doesn't equate to wins. You got to go out there on the football field, you know, and execute it. So I'm super excited for this football team, but right now I don't have a whole lot of confidence, because since 2019, I can only go off of what I've seen, and hadn't been a lot of success.
Totally fair, and I'm with you. And I don't think this is necessarily the question being made in that building either. This is a long-term build with Joe Schoen, the new GM, and Brian Daboll, the new head coach. Take a look at what Joe Schoen inherited when he came to this team. This is a team that did not make the playoffs in the last 5 years, yet he showed up, and it's like, all right, perennial playoff team, perennial.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, that guy's done an amazing job, man. We had some of the least projected amount of cap space. We had a bunch of contracts on the books that weren't supposed to be here. Bad drafting. Team morale is down. I mean, everything was working against this guy. He only had a couple of months to get a full draft, and he's done one hell of a job. So shout out to Joe Schoen, for real.
Playoff team, perennial playoff team, perennial playoff team, perennial playoff team, and us. Worst salary cap in the entire league. They had to rip the Band-Aid off in a lot of ways this offseason, getting rid of guys like Evan Ingram and Kyle Rudolph, and of course, most recently, James Bradbury. The list goes on. Jabril Pepper, all these players that were supposed to be part of this past regime that were big money guys and were going to be the ones to take them to the next level, had to get out of there to make the salary cap reasonable. I can tell you now, I live in New York. Giants fans are excited. There's a video of Kayvon Thibodeau throwing a first pitch at a baseball game, the Yankees game, and they're like, oh, that's the guy. Yesterday, there was a video of Wan'Dale Robinson making a catch off Madeline Burke, who's the Giants in-house reporter, her phone, and like it's being sent around on group text. I'm like, look, and the last one was Evan Neal just walked through a doorway yesterday. And honestly, the Giants put out a picture of him walking through a doorway, and he's enormous, and they're like, and all of my friends who are Giants fans are texting me like, look at Evan Neal. That's a left eye. Slow down. Everybody slow down. This is going to...
Yeah. Everybody's excited about the Giants right now. At least the people that want to be positive. Am I saying the Giants are going to storm and just take over the NFC East and everything like that? No. But they do have a chance. Everybody has a chance at the beginning of the season. No matter if you think the Giants are going to suck or not. It's your opinion, but everybody has a chance at the beginning of the season. And yes, they do have a chance to make some noise in NFC East. And reason why I think our defense is going to be one of the better defenses in the league coming up this year with Kayvon Thibodeau, Leo Williams, and Ojulari. I think those three guys are going to have an amazing season together. Definitely as they learn each other's ins and outs and build more chemistry together going forward. I think those guys are going to have an amazing season together, and I can't wait. But the question is, do you think the Giants have a chance to win the NFC East in 2022? I'm going to say yes. Definitely if we beat the teams that we're supposed to beat, those 6 teams, and we go at least 3-3 in the division. If we do that, that's 9 wins, and we could get a win or 2 against some of the teams that we're not supposed to beat. Mainly, I think we could get the Titans or the Vikings. I think those are the 2 most winnable games out of those 5 games. Because the Titans, Packers, Ravens, Colts, Vikings. So I think the Titans and the Vikings are the 2 teams that most likely we can beat out of those five games that we're projected to lose. So, I mean, that's my take, man. I think the Giants definitely have a way better season than what we previously been having, and I don't think you're going to see another 4-13 or 3-14 record or something like that. Some people's got us projected 2-15 and all that. So, yes, the New York Giants have a chance to make some noise in the NFC East. And that's the end of that video, man. Gonna go ahead and get that off the screen. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that join button if you want to join the Big Blue Crew and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk. I appreciate you guys watching. And until the next episode, peace.